The Phillies just lost a series at home to the Chicago White Sox. The Phillies just had an under 500 home stand. What is going on with this team? What is going on, everyone? Under 500 homestand at this point of the season is just not acceptable. It's that simple. It's not acceptable. And the Phillies fall today 10-5 to the White Sox. But before we dive into what happened in this game, let's talk about the news that dropped beforehand. A bomb. That Maikel Franco is getting optioned to AAA. Now, I'm in firm belief here that it's time to move on from the Maikel Franco experiment. It didn't work. Another prospect that wasn't really living up to the hype that we were sold. But to option him to keep someone like Sean Rodriguez off the bench, that is horrendous. This just shows that this is just another example of the Phillies' upper management not knowing what's going on. This is another example of Gabe Kapler not knowing what's going on. That's a trash baseball decision. Maikel Franco has been very inconsistent offensively, but you can't tell me that Sean Rodriguez is a better player. You can't tell me that. You cannot tell me that. I don't care about Sean Rodriguez fitting the bench role more. No. Optioning Maikel Franco was such a trash decision. I'm okay with moving on from him. And how about this, though? Let me finish that thought first. I'm okay with moving on from him, but this is not the time to do it. This is not the way to do it. And if you were going to send him down to the minors, why wasn't he in a trade at the deadline? If you knew, as management, that Maikel Franco was not going to be on this baseball team for the future, if he was even close to not being on this baseball team in the future, he should have been moved at the deadline. You could have got something. You could have packaged him up in a deal. That's upper management not understanding what's going on. And Gabe Kapler's in the mix because, like I stated before, they're a trio. They're a trio and they work together. So horrendous. Let's dive into the baseball game because Smyly today, he went 5 innings. That second inning was tough. A couple hits there, a walk, and a grand slam. And we were down early in this ball game, and it was tough to battle back. He did strike out 7. He found a way to groove after that, but he did allow the grand slam. He had a tough inning. He had one really, really tough inning, and it came back to bite us. I can't expect him to be what he was the first 2 starts because statistics will tell you that he is not that. So you take it for what it is. He did strike out 7. Keep in mind, you're going up against arguably one of the worst lineups in baseball. But he gave us more of a realistic outing today and dug us in a hole early. So we were down 5-0. In the 5th, Corey Dickerson got an RBI. It's 5-1. In the 6th, this was the moment, this was the inning where we could have made more noise than we did. And it's funny because that Franco and Sean Rodriguez discussion I just had somewhat could potentially be in discussion once again here. Because in the 6th inning, we play some small ball. We get the lead. We cut the lead. It's now 5-3. 2 on, 1 out. All right, let's go. Let's continue this. Let's keep that small ball going. Let's find ways to produce more runs. We pinch hit Sean Rodriguez for Adam Hazley due to the pitching matchup. Double play. Double play. Almost instantly at the at-bat. Almost instantly. Boos come raining down as they should. Sean Rodriguez stinks. The guy stinks. I don't care that he's been a role player for quite some time in the MLB. His time has come. All right, he's not serviceable anymore. He's just bad. He's just a bad baseball player. Now, once again, I'm not claiming that Maikel Franco is amazing because I'm ready to move on from him from third base every day. But I'd rather live and die with Maikel Franco up than Sean Rodriguez. I don't care what numbers tell you. I don't care what the lefties numbers tell you with Sean Rodriguez. I don't care because in his point in his career right now, he's not productive enough. I'll live and die with my decision on putting Maikel Franco in that situation. So almost instantly after making that type of move, it somewhat gets noticed, gets put on the radar. Sick joke. In the 8th, after allowing a run in the 7th, it was 6-3 at this point. We made it 5-3. The next inning, they score a run at 6-3. Then the next inning, they hit a 3-run bomb off Morin. It's now 9-3. The league gets blown open there. And the final score becomes 10-5 because Corey Dickerson, who had a nice little day, hit a useless 2-run homer in the 9th inning there. So Corey Dickerson was pretty solid, 2 of 5, 3 RBIs, the long ball. But you look around, Segura 0 for 5, Reese 0 for 4, Bryce Harper was hitless, but he did walk twice and did come around to score in one of those walks. Tomorrow, Vinny V. Vinny V's on the mound tomorrow. What are we going to get? Guess what? We don't know. Because every game is something different. Every game, a different team shows up. But this is the team. The team is just not good enough. But because the NL wildcard is not good, we're going to be hanging around. So it's almost like false hope. It's almost like being emotionally tied to something you know is frustrating to watch every single night and really not good enough at the end of the day. They're just in the mix because other teams are underperforming as well. So it's a weird spot to be in, and it keeps me sucked in and engaged. But at the end of the day, I'm sucked in and engaged to a team that is so brutal and just so pathetic. To come into your own stadium and fall under 500 on a stand where you're in the mix? How? How is there no fire? How is there no energy surrounding this team? I despise Nick Pivetta. I do. But guess what? He's the only one on this team that has some sort of emotion showing. I despise him. I can't stand him. But he's giving us fist pumps and screaming. I can't stand that either. But he's the only one. Is there a fight with anybody on this team? It's almost as if they go to the ballpark, they play down to the level of their opponent, of course, and they just go through the motions. Go through the motions. How so? Remember week 1, week 2, week 3, the celebrations, the high fives, the fun? Where's that? The White Sox are so bad. So bad. They're giving the Phillies a hard time today. Throughout the whole series, of course. They put up 10 runs, double digits, and throw haymakers at your chin on a Sunday afternoon tilt. Not only did the White Sox take control of this series, we also sucked on our own end when we had chances. The amount of runners we left in scoring position throughout the 3 games, once again, makes my eyes bleed. I've been saying this team has been making my eyes bleed since, I don't know, game 35 maybe? Was it game 111? I don't know if I have any blood left. Well, here's a negative. I was going to say a positive because I was thinking, well, you don't have to, here's a positive. At 7 o'clock, your eyes won't bleed. They'll bleed at 9 o'clock because we're going on that West Coast trip to play Arizona. But it's really a negative because you're going to be staying up later just to watch crap baseball. So it's a negative. See, right there, however long that was, that describes my feelings towards this baseball team. Trying to think of words, trying to process my emotions, trying to understand what is going on with this club, trying to figure out how they underperform to this degree. How? The talent is there. The talent is there. It's sort of like the Boston Red Sox, for example. And I'm not claiming we have a roster as talented as the Red Sox because we don't. But they have great players. They have great talent. But this year, it's not clicking for them. This year, it's not working out for them to the degree it did last year. Well, this Phillies team, we obviously didn't have the success that they had the year previously, but we have good talent. We have good players. But there's no flow to it. They can't get on the same path. There's no rhythm. And quite frankly, I don't know if this year it's going to happen. Because it would have by now. 111 games in, we're in the season. I mean, we are involved. Every team that comes to this ballpark hits dingers left and right. Can we? Can we? The whole entire league is cranking homers. We're not. The team, the offense, it has no flow to it. From 1 to 9. It sucks. Let me know your thoughts down below on this game, on Smyly, on the series, on this homestand. How do you feel about it? Because I'm crushed. And now we go to Arizona. And I want to know your thoughts on Maikel Franco. Because that's big news. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.